Hello, welcome to Helvetic headquarters for Spiel Digital here in the Swiss Alps. My name is Hadi and I'm gonna tell you about a game that was invented in a most improbable way. This is Staka. So sometimes at the end of dinners, when you're with friends, funny things happen, and this was the story of Michel Baumann, the inventor of Staka. So there were napkin rings on the table, and they started, Michel and his friends, stacking them. And so he went back home. He has a workshop with some tools, and he loves to work with wood. And he invented this object, and he came to Helvetic right after we published the game Team Up, another wooden game. And he said, can we turn that into a game? And so we worked together into creating and publishing the game Staka. By the way, in my family, we still use it as napkin rings. So this is mine, this is my daughter's, and my little daughter's. So this is a game you can buy and use to play with, and you can also use it at home. Here's Staka, here's the box. This is a brand new box, never opened before. Stack and win. So the game comes with 5 play modes that I will explain. So you end up actually with the same piece, stacking and creating figures that go sometimes super high. So I'll open the box. Here it goes, a nice graphed box. This is the rules booklet, but it's not just the rules booklet, it's also used for one of the play modes. If you turn it, you get like some, for Zen Mode, figures that use a lot of playing pieces, and some of them that are marked with red are rather hard to build. Alright, so, and now we keep opening. This is the tower, and it comes with a deck of cards and a dice. All right. So, since I have another tower, I'm not going to open this one. I'll just bring the one we have from home. Put the cards here. I'm gonna open this. So the deck of cards actually provides you with cards with figures on them. Okay, so I'll show you the deck of cards. Haha, yeah. Actually, when we were coming up with these figures that we all created, so at the at Helvetic Plaza, we gave them names. So this is, for instance, Marta, one of our colleagues, Ines, Selma, Casper, Alma, Tom, etc., etc. There's a similar system of red and green lines for figures that are easy and others that are a little more difficult. All right, so this is Jonas and Hadi. Okay, there you go. So I will show you how the first mode works. So let's the duel mode. I think this is the most played mode when you're with 2 or 4 players. So each player gets 6 playing pieces. The other player will get 6. There are 13 playing pieces in total. This is number 13. So we flip a card. All right, let's start with this one. So we flip a card, and each player immediately starts and tries to realize this figure. So to realize this figure, I go like boom, as fast as possible, and actually it's a game of dexterity, and speed and dexterity are usually 2 things that don't necessarily go together. And all right, so I start over. Time pressure, time pressure. See, I'm playing alone, I'm feeling the pressure. Yeah, actually, if you want to play this game, I would give you 2 tips. All right. Almost. Yay! And if I was the first one to complete this figure, I would win the card. So this card, and then we go to the next card. All right, the next card. Let's try. This is the card. This is supposed to be easy, but if you've had as much coffee as I have had this morning, it's more difficult. All right. Nope. Almost. All right, I try like this. Yes! Wonderful. I thought I was not gonna make it. So this is Duel Mode. And Flash Mode is like Duel Mode. I'm not gonna do it now, but like I think you will understand how it works. So you get a dice, and it has 0, 0, 0, 2, 4, and 6 on it. And while my opponent is playing, I'm rolling and counting. So 6, and summing up. 6, 10, 16, 22, and as soon as my opponent has finished matching the figure, we stop and we write down the score. This is a Flash Mode, and we really liked that it added a bit more stress to dexterity and speed and stress. This is really interesting. And another thing that you could do with this game is just, you know, don't play with the cards. You just go, we call it art mode. You just try to invent some figures. A bit like what we did when we were coming up with this game, is that we sat down and we would just like try to invent figures. So I go like this. It feels like sculpting. There you go. It's very rewarding, and it's what I often do at home is with the kids. Oh, the kids love to invent figures and give them names. So you could go like this. Okay, this is easier. You go like that. There's so much you can do. So when you also want to just relax from a long day at work, you can just do that. Duck. And it's okay if it breaks down. And then Crash Mode is a mode where each player places a piece, and the first one to make the figure fall loses. It's a Jenga-like game. There you go. And if I play like this, oh, everything falls. Okay. This is Crash Mode, and finally, Zen Mode. So I recommend, if you have a cat, you know, ask the cat to go elsewhere and put your phone away and really relax. I think it's quite nice to play on a table with your elbows on the table, and you go, okay, I'm gonna try to match this figure. And I mean, I've seen people who are extremely skilled at this, But if it takes time for you to make it, that's okay. That's totally normal. Okay. Sometimes you have to use two hands. Alright, like this, and like this. All right, you get the gist of it. So this is Staka. It's part of our wooden games collection. Wooden games for us at Helvetique are, in our collection, are games where like super nice quality material meets modern game rules. And we've already published Staka, and we've published Team Up at the palette packing game, and we invite you today to join us from in about 30 minutes. We're going to play this game with game author, game designer Sébastien Pochon. And we also published Four Senses. That's an abstract strategy game with a twist that you played with a mask. And it totally changes the dynamics, it totally changes your feeling playing an abstract strategy game. And if you like these kind of games, then I can already tell you that for next year, we have a super exciting wooden game coming by Philippe Proux, who's super well known for wooden games. And in 2022, another exciting, really exciting game with boards and marbles. And interesting game rules that you usually don't see in wooden games. All right, thank you for following,